Welcome to Mystic Moons. This is a reading for Leo. How are you today, Leo? Are you anticipating the days ahead, Leo? New days are always more enticing than the old ones, right? Leo, let's go and see what I have in your energy. What message do I have for the Leo collective? This would be for Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. Also, too, do you have significant Leo energy? Do you have several houses and or planets in Leo? Leo, this reading is for your collective and just may be for you. Leo, if you appreciate my time in doing this video, do give me a thumbs up. My time and energy, let me know. And Leo, if you'd like to see more, subscribe. Also, too, Leo, my bookings are open. If you have any personal questions, excuse me, if you have any personal questions, you can contact me through my email, my Gmail, which it can be in the description, Mystic Galaxy Moons. There's some periods in there, so take a look in the description to get the exact spelling. And I'm available with usually same day turnaround. All right. So, Leo, what do I have for you? For the upcoming time ahead, what is in your energy, Leo, that you should know? I have Ace of Cups, Leo. Hello, big man. I have Ace of Cups for you, Leo. Of course, Leo, we are just entering Cancerian season. I believe it started, a couple days ago. It'll continue, of course, until we segue onto your season. Another card fell out. I have Chariot. I have more Cancerian energy for you, Leo. I have Chariot is Cancerian energy. Ace of Cups is Cancerian energy. Now, you may have significant Cancer placements yourself, Leo. You could also, Leo, know someone with significant Cancerian placements. You also, Leo, well, this could be relating to timing. We'll find out more. The Hierophant. Let's see what else we have. I have Ace of Pentacles, Leo. Well, look at you, Leo. I have two aces, and moving forward on some sort of structure. Chariot is obviously very forward-driven energy. Also, too, Chariot does imply you are moving with circumstances, moving through circumstances. With the Hierophant here, we're either dealing with family or work. One could also think, what sort of systematic I don't want to quite say the word sludge, but what kind of systematic systems have you been in? Much like we're in a society, Leo, and we wait in lines when we want to be served, when there's more than one. We say please and thank you, Leo. There are certain, societal behaviors that are expected. And I do have societal P's and Q's here, Leo. But I have them working for you. I have you moving onward. I have 2 aces, Leo. So let's go and see more. In fact, Leo, I'm going to clarify first Chariot. Oops, and that fell out. So for Chariot, Leo, I have Magician, 9 of Cups, and I have Death. You're going to be able to go and get a forward movement on something that has been skipping you over. So is this work, or is this a love connection, a family connection? Well, Leo, all I know in this energy, we'll have to wait to see what the Hierophant is all about. I have Chariot clarified by Magician, 9 of Cups, and Death. There's a breakthrough coming through here, Leo. A breakthrough in which you've been waiting for, you've been anticipating. And also, too, Leo, you've been feeling like life really doesn't have that much color, that much, I'm not even going to say the word ease. Let's just say, life isn't being satisfied right now in this energy. But you are getting an opportunity soon. And based on your own skills, I'm also going to say too, Leo, with Magician here and 5 of Swords that was peeking out initially when we were pulling. This really comes down to how you operate. Think about, Leo, how you operate. Now I have Force here, but with Hierophant, that means you have to go and apply your strength. You have to go and push forward in very strategic manners. And I do say manners, plural. Leo, you have to be flexible. 5 of Swords, the Magician. You also can't go and push overtly. There's opportunities, of course, where you can be very overt and obvious, but the whole thing here is about having a softer touch, a more strategic touch. There are rules that you have to go and play by, but then there are also openings in which you can innovate, you can move around. And this is the energy that I have here, is asking you to go and think about your objectives, Leo. Think about your objectives, and are you just going purely by the rule book of whatever boundaries that you feel that you have to operate within? Or, Leo, there could be one way or the other in which you've been operating. You could be going entirely by the rules. You could be trying to be a maverick, Leo. And here, there definitely is. You're going to get the best benefits to following the general rules. But also, too, you need to go and seize those opportunities and work upon them with diplomacy, finesse. That's what I have here. Let's see what else we have for Hierophant. So Hierophant, I have 2 of Swords, Bottom of the deck energy there, Ace of Swords. This is almost like being set in your ways or set in the organization's ways, Leo. Very stubborn energy. Energy is a monolith. They say we don't need to go and change because how we've been operating just runs smoothly. It works, so why bother changing? At the very least, you have to put on the act that you also follow the same cues. I have 10 of Cups, and the Ace of Swords came up again, 10 of Swords. Well, definitely, Leo, be very careful about how you push and innovate, push and lobby for change. Push and lobby for innovation, especially when it comes to established systems. I have here, Leo, that in order to go and keep the best peace for you right now is to basically follow the rules that have already been in place. However, Leo, I'm also going to say with Hermit and 10 of Swords, the situation that you're in, the situation of the current rules that you've been operating by, regardless if that's marriage, regardless if that's a relationship, regardless if it's business, Leo, I'm going to say for you right now, that's obsolete. You've outgrown, for whatever reason, Leo, you've outgrown the very rules and boundaries that's been established by whatever institutions that you've been adhering to, Leo. And I say that too because now I have 3 aces. I have 3 aces in your deck. Even this Hierophant is clarified with a 10 of Cups, and I have a 10 of Swords here. You can maintain the status quo, Leo. Very easy for you to maintain the status quo. But will that status quo satisfy you, Leo? Will that satisfy the growth and potential that you yourself have within you as a human, as a being that is meant to grow, meant to change, meant to evolve? We're not meant to level off, Leo. Just because things are comfortable right now and you are able to go and function, Leo, what kind of life are you leading while functioning? What kind of quality of life do you have? Something to think about. Now with Ace of Pentacles. I'll fold these back before I pull for Ace of Pentacles. For Ace of Pentacles, Leo, I have the Fool. Another new beginning card too, by the way. I have 8 of Pentacles. And I have Page of Cups. Well, Leo, this does seem like in the overall scheme of what I have here, I do almost want to say, if you are going to get into a relationship, this definitely has, or maybe even just your home life. Who are the players and characters in your home? Leo, I do have work here. I have life. Venus, quiet. Cat says hi. Quiet, little girl. Manus. She's like, but I'm a Siamese. I'm supposed to meow. Not at whatever it is, 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the morning in an apartment building. Not supposed to meow then. Where was I? Well, first of all, Leo, I'm going to say that there are going to be new avenues of coming up to work. I'm also going to say in this energy with 8 of Pentacles and the Fool under an Ace of Cups, a Page of Cups. We already have an Ace of Cups as our main message. Leo, I think your work in general is going to be rewarded. work and home, I'm going to say work in business, your work in life is going to be rewarded. I am also going to say, Leo, that it feels like your work professionally, you're going to go and see some significant or gain some significant milestones. Significant milestones, and there's going to be good groundwork being laid out for what's to come. A caveat that I do see here, Leo, and you can take this as it resonates for you, or if you want to go and drill down to see how this would affect you on a personal reading, you can reach out to me. But Leo, with Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords, and Queen of Pentacles, Leo, I have like a soulmate couple here. So that's why I say, if for the single Leos, if you are going to get into a relationship, or for the Leos that are already coupled, Leos who already have members in their household, there's some sort of variations between there, but there's going to be some sort of friction that's been, there's not going to be. If it's a new couple, I can see some friction coming up. If it's already existing couple, already existing people in your household, Leo, I see something's already there. Something not pleasant, something that also too you've been unable to talk about with that person that is very close to you. And maybe I should say too, with the Pentacles here, very close to physically, but for some reason you haven't been able to go and connect recently verbally. You haven't been able to go and maybe even connect logically or intellectually. Maybe your plans are different, something of that nature. And I see that that's going to have to be addressed. Maybe you don't have to address it just in the times to come, Leo, but you are going to have to address it. That due date of a conversation, or even, the conversations could have happened, Leo, too, with a Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords just sitting there and like being, I don't know, like a cocoon or like a larvae, just, grubbing along, inching. Nine of Swords implies that there has been significant work done already, but just what kind of results has it gotten? Impasse. One moment. Oh, my little kitties. My little kitty's going meow, meow. I have this many. Although I always keep one locked up whenever I do my readings, because having 4 out is crazy. Having 3 out is, depending, doable. All right, so yeah, keep in mind of that with Leo. There is something that's building up. It's kind of like in this energy too with that person in your household, your significant other. The sooner you do address those conversations, or maybe those conversations have reached an impasse and now, Leo, it's time for you to go and take action. Either way, the time to go and take action and address this is upcoming soon. That's like a secondary message that I have here. But overall, Leo, things look good for you. Things look good for you. And also too, Leo, as things look good for you, think about this, Leo. Think about the type of life that you're leading, Leo, and what do you need to go and make it richer? Because what I have here, Leo, is your next phase of evolution, your next emotional fulfillment phase, Leo, your next, and some significant gains. You have new beginnings here, Leo. You can maintain the status quo, Leo, but you don't have to, Leo. And you should go, Leo, to where your heart and soul guide you. Leo, every day is important. And every day, Leo, you shouldn't be settling. You should be striving for the best possible day and the best possible tomorrow as possible. All right, so let's see. Good morning, Dad's Rights. Yes, thank you, Leo. Thank you for your time and energy. And Leo, do give me a thumbs up if you appreciate my time and energy in putting together this message. And so, big man, if you want a personal reading, for personal readings, you have to make a donation, either through Cash App or Buy Me a Coffee. Otherwise, I invite you to enjoy the collective readings as they come out. And thank you, everybody who came to say hi. I wanted to put out a few readings before my day began in earnest. I have an early bus to catch today. Anyway, I'll be back with another reading, although, well, depending on what other placements you have, Leo, you may or may not want to jump on it. I'm still deciding what other reading I'll do this morning. But until next time, bye-bye.